Hey tennis fans, welcome to another Tennis Express racket review. Today we're taking a look at the Head Graphene Touch Speed Pro. New for the Speed family of rackets is the addition of Head's next generation of graphene called Graphene Touch. This new update incorporates the same graphene we've come to love. The new construction of the material gives the racket a natural dampening property that still feels solid on contact, but doesn't transmit as many vibrations back to the player's arm. These new rackets are still compatible with the Sony Smart Tennis Sensor, which is perfect for tracking your playing stats. New technology is not the only feature that has been updated for the Speeds. A cosmetic update to the Speed family gives these rackets a new classic look. So the Speed Pro wasn't my favorite of the line, but it was definitely very close to the MP, which was definitely my favorite from this new line of rackets. Typically, I would go with an 18x20 since I play with the Blade 98 18x20. So normally I would tend to go with this racket because of the sheer similarities and specs to my own personal racket. However, I really just wasn't feeling this racket as much as I was the Speed MP. I really enjoyed the slightly more open 16x19 on the Speed MP versus the 18x20 on this. Now, even with that being said, this racket's still fantastic. I was really able to place my shots very well. The weight of the racket's just where I like it, you know, in the high 11 ounce range, especially given its balance. So it's not too much to handle, it's not too light where you feel it's not stable. If you get that ball right in the sweet spot, you know exactly where your shot's gonna go. All right, next up we've got Anna. What did you think of this racket?
I really like this head speed. I played with it for quite a while. I felt good playing with it. I felt like my forehand was driving really well. I felt like my backhand was getting spin. I felt good. I play with the Head Prestige, which is a little stiffer, to me, I feel at least. So maybe make this one a little stiffer, as well as the other head speed, but for its intents and purposes, I totally understand why it is made this way, and I'm not really sure I would change anything. I like it just the way it is. I would recommend it to anyone that's wanting to play. I would, just like the other head speed, I think it would be perfect for people that are starting to get in. It's not a really heavy racket, it feels good, but if you're advanced level, I'd absolutely play with this racket. Intermediate, absolutely. Beginner, yeah.
All right, next we've got Erik. What did you think of this racket?
I liked it a lot, actually. I have a lot of experience with Speed Pros. A couple of the last generations were my rackets of choice, and I think this is a great new version of it. Definitely could feel that Graphene Touch doing something different. Felt a little more plush than the last generation. Yeah, I think overall it was a softer playing racket, but even feels like they might have made the string bed a little bit denser, more than the last one. Compared to my personal racket, both rackets are an 18x20, my personal racket and this one. Like I said, I have a lot of experience with these, so previous generations have been my rackets of choice. And overall, I think they all have that kind of same feel, 100-inch head size. You know, it's an 18x20 pattern, so it's got a little bit firmer string bed, but overall some more forgiveness in the sweet spot. Solid racket overall. Definitely I might add a little bit of weight though. If I'd have to recommend this racket for a certain kind of player, probably going to be a little bit more on the advanced side, maybe a 4.0 plus player. It definitely is a weight that isn't so overbearing that it's difficult to use. It does come in that kind of mid 11 ounce range after string, and it's definitely accessible to a lot of players, but with that 18x20 pattern, got to make sure that you're making your own spin.
Thanks for tuning in to our Tennis Express racket review, and be sure to check out our other videos on our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all the latest news here at Tennis Express.